Welcome to another crochet tutorial by 1 Cent Crochet. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet this cookie plushie. Let's get straight into it. So the materials that you will need are a crochet hook. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, scissors. You will need 12mm safety eyes if you're planning on using safety eyes. You will need both toffee colored yarn and brown colored yarn for the cookie and the chocolate chips. And finally you will need stuffing. So you're going to begin by grabbing your toffee colored yarn, and we're going to start off by making a magic ring. I like to use the 2-chain method to do the magic ring. So to do that, first I'm going to make a slip knot. Then I will chain once and twice. And then my single crochets for the first round will go into this first chain here. For the first round, we're going to be doing 6 single crochets into that magic ring. Then for round 2, you are going to be doing 6 increases. An increase is doing 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. So this will take us up to 12 stitches in total. I'm just going to pop my stitch marker in. I am using scrap yarn as my stitch marker. For round 3, we are going to be doing single crochet increase times by 6, and this will take us up to 18 stitches. So we'll do a single crochet in the first stitch, an increase in the second stitch, then a single crochet in the third stitch, and an increase in the fourth stitch, and you continue that pattern all the way around. For round 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets and an increase times by 6, and this will take us up to 24 stitches. For round 5, we will be doing 3 single crochets and an increase times by 6. This will take us up to 30 stitches in total. Now for round 6, we will just be single crocheting all the way round. So just single crochet for 1 round. Now for round 7, we will be doing 3 single crochets and a decrease times by 6, and this will take us down to 24 stitches. And for the following round, we will do 2 single crochets and a decrease times by 6. This will take us down to 18 stitches. Now we're going to put our safety eyes in. So we're going to put our safety eyes in between rounds 4 and 5, just below the center. So if we count outwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see it's between rounds 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, also between rounds 4 and 5. So just like that. And here's the center, they're just below. We're going to clip those in now. So now that those are all clipped in, we can continue round. So for the second last round, we're going to do single crochet decrease times by 6. At this point, we're just going to add a small amount of stuffing. So we don't want to add too much stuffing since we want the cookie to be relatively flat like it is right now. So we'll just add a bit of a small amount. So this way the cookie will be sort of squishy but not too stuffed. And now we're going to do the final round, which is 6 decreases, and this will take us down to 6 stitches. So now we need to leave a small tail for sewing this part shut. So we're going to grab our scissors. I'm just going to chop off a tail about here. And we're going to pull through to finish off. And we're going to grab our yarn needle to sew this shut. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and out of the front loops only all the way around to sew this shut. So we're going to go into the first front loop and out of the second front loop, into the third front loop, and out of the next front loop, into the fifth front loop, and out of the sixth front loop. I'm just going to pull that shut just like that. And now you can bring the yarn tail through to a random point if you like. And then we will just cut it off after we've brought it through to a random point. So this is what the cookie looks like before we've embroidered any chocolate chips or the smile. So we're going to embroider the smile first. This is completely optional, but if you have some thin black yarn, then you can grab that and we're going to embroider a smile. So I just have a small amount of thin black yarn here and I'm going to use it to embroider a smile. So I'm just going to bring it in from the side and I'll bring it to the center, but just below where the eyes are. So just to here. And then I'm just going to do a little V shape basically. So I'm going to bring it up here to do the start of the V. And and then bring it across for the other side of the V. So that's one half of the V there. And I'm going to bring it back to that middle point to do the other half. So just back to this middle point, and I'll bring it straight back to where I entered with the thin black yarn. So that is what it looks like with the smile. And then we're just going to tie these two ends together. And we'll just cut off the remaining yarn and poke where we've knotted it inside. So that's your cookie with a smile, and now we're going to embroider the chocolate chips. So grab your brown yarn and grab your yarn needle, and we're just going to bring in the yarn from a back point here. We're going to bring it to the front. So the chocolate chips should go over 1 or 2 stitches. So I want my first chocolate chip to be down here. So I'm just going to go over 1 stitch and just put my needle in here and bring it to another random part of the cookie. So this is what the first chocolate chip looks like. And then we're just going to do that again up here. Just bring it over a few stitches. And then bring it to another random point. And then bring it over a few stitches up here, and we're just going to continue that process all around different parts of the cookie. I'll probably do around 10 chocolate chips in total. And then once you're happy with how many chocolate chips there are, you can bring the yarn back to the starting point. And we're just going to do the same thing we did with the black yarn and tie the two ends together. Cut off the remaining yarn and then poke them inside. And this is what the completed cookie looks like. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you did enjoy it, then feel free to subscribe for more free tutorials. I also have other patterns available on my Etsy shop, which will be in the link in the description. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!